Hello, I'm Yo-Yo and welcome to Yo-Yo's Dreams. And if you're new to this channel, I like to talk about art, OCs, brats, and other animated things. But today we're here with an outfit, not an outfit, that's a whole nother series. I am so sorry. We're here with a character design video, and I used to be one of those people who had like a million OCs, like at least 80. And when I wanted to redo my whole story, I would realize I was just like, I do not need this many characters. So a lot of them I just kind of like put off to the side for now in case I need to use them in the future. And I don't know, it was just like a problem with having a lot of OCs, specifically for me, because I'm not that good at designing characters physically. So a lot of them end up looking and behaving the same or similarly, which I also didn't like. So here I'm combining two of my old designs together to make a kind of new character. It takes up, like, I don't have to worry about what to do with those two characters anymore. They're just this one person now. And his name is TYREE. He's Tynisha's twin brother. If you watched any of the Extremities videos, you probably know who Tynisha is. And I actually have to redesign her just a little bit, and you'll see later in this video, because of me designing him. And at first, it was just like, the first thing I did, I was just like, his hair. What am I gonna do with his hair? Because I got his face to a point where I was just like, okay, yeah, I like this. And since the two other characters that he was combined with was TYREE and Freddie. And I was just like, wow, the more I look into this, the more similar they are. They both have short locks. Tyreek's locks were a little bit longer, and Freddie had like starter locks. So I was just like, so of course I'm going to keep him with locks. And it was kind of a struggle trying to pick what style to give him. I was heavily leaning towards what are they called? I should know this. Towards freeforms. I was heavily leaning towards the freeform locks for a minute, because I was just like, I actually never seen anybody have their OC with freeform locks before. But the droopy style, it took over. It got me. I am so sorry, but it got me. And I know, like, a lot of people, everybody has different design processes. A lot of people try to like go through a bunch of iterations of a design first before actually finally sitting down and settling on one. But I was just like, I like how he looks enough to just stick with it. And also, I'm lazy. I am very lazy. The ideas were not flowing. So I was just like, you know what? This is good. I'm gonna stick with this. And you know what? It can always change later down the line, because y'all know I'm always changing shit over and over, and I'm going to have to change something again after this video, but you know, it is what it is. After that, I was just like, I just want to see, I don't know, try to get used to drawing him, doodling him. I was struggling because, I don't know, every time I have a new character, it's just trying to figure out how to draw them again. They look good the first time, but trying to replicate that energy, especially in like a different style, like, because I went for a simpler chibi, there, was kind of difficult. But we figured it out. But catch me in this endless cycle of trying to replicate the previous drawing's energy. It never stops. It never stops, especially when your style is constantly changing and evolving. And I feel like I'm going through a really, like, an art style shift that's kind of big at the moment. Not big from an outside point of view, but it's just like me, I notice I'm drawing stuff differently than how I used to, and I'm trying to replicate that old style, but I'm also trying to implement the new things. Anyway, enough about that shit. Y'all don't want to hear that bullshit. Child, I love playing dress up with my OCs, if you couldn't tell already, and I just wanted to figure out what he would be wearing. None of these are like, all of these are simply ideas. Everything about this is simply ideas. I am 100% certain that none of these are gonna, or things will change later on. But my first immediate thought, I wanted to try on him is the dark academia aesthetic. And child, Pinterest been playing with my life, been playing with me nowadays. So trying to dodge all these ads and getting them to actually show me stuff I want to see is difficult. I don't know if anybody else has had this problem though, because is it just me? If y'all use Pinterest, is it just me, or does the app just feel like, I don't know, it's not what it used to be? Because now all my search results are not as good at all, and it's harder to find stuff. And here I go on another tangent again, when I'm supposed to be talking about this man's outfit. Like, he looks, I don't know. Okay, first of all, this nigga has autism. Him and his sister, canonically, yeah, they're autistic, and they aren't 100% like aware of what they're doing with their face a lot of the time. They specifically, TYREE struggles a lot more with social interaction than Ty does. Ty likes being around people. TYREE, not so much. And actually, I wouldn't say that he doesn't like being around people. It's just like social, he is not the best with social interactions. So that's that. But also, he wears his clothes. I don't think this guy has bought new clothes since he was in high school or something, because he is one of those people who would just wear them over and over. Like those pants, all these jeans I'm wearing, with later on you'll see like the rips in them. He did not buy ripped jeans. He did not buy ripped jeans. Those jeans did not come ripped. He just wore them so long, and he's a little clumsy, so that they just look like that. They just have holes in them, and people think it's aesthetic. And another thing with that damn tie, because I was just like, I have a feeling that he does not know how to properly tie a tie, so he just puts it on, slaps it with decorations, says, and it just helps people think it's aesthetic enough to look like it was purposeful, when he actually, in reality, just does not know how to tie a tie properly. But about like the little decorations and whatnot, I just feel like he looks, him and his sister are like grunge. He gives me this like slightly more dark academia vibes. But his art, I feel like his art is really like super colorful and expressive and joyful and representative. But he himself can't quite like express it properly. Or people, you know, when have you ever just been minding your business, if you have a rested bitch face, and people just ask like, what's wrong, like what happened, like are you okay, and you're completely fine, but they just see your face and think it's just like you got something going on, when in reality that's just how your face looks. That's just how he looks. He doesn't emote like drastically. Actually, that's a lie. He does, but it's not like when he's happy. When he's disgusted, he will make the most stank face at you, not realizing that it might be a little bit rude and have to correct himself. But when it comes to like really big emotions like happiness and joy, like he will be happy, but his face may not be y'all know what I mean. I'm over explaining myself, whatever. Anyway, I feel like he uses like all the bright colorful trinkets, stickers, his little silly bands and pins and buttons to just like express that about himself just a little bit. He's a little silly guy on the inside, and I don't know, that's just how he expresses it. I probably said that, I feel like I said that word a million times, but oh my goodness. Yeah, even though I like just went off about Pinterest, I saw this shirt and I was just like, oh my gosh, I kind of need to see him in this shirt, because like it kind of gives a little bit like grunge, but the colorfulness of it just feels very him at this moment. Of course, I absolutely failed at drawing it, thought it looked ugly and deleted it, and then just replaced it with something simpler. But you know what? It looks fine. Nothing has to be perfect here. And oh my goodness, I barely even talked about like the tie-dye, because it was in the middle, but I feel like he tie-dye stuff himself. That's okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all I had to say about the tie-dye, and I just actually just made it seem like I had way more else to say about it. But anyway, after the fashion, quote unquote fashion, I just wanted to do a bunch of drawings. I want to do more. I really want to do more, but I'm excited to get this video out. I just wanted to do a bunch of doodles, just like how he behave. I don't know what his personality is like, but specifically him and his sister, because I know sibling relationships are so funny to me. Like, I don't know. If you have a sibling, you know what it's like. Y'all bicker and fight and get each other's nerves. You get on each other's nerves, but you still love each other. And thinking about all the little things they do to like get on each other's nerves, that would be. Y'all know Ty is a hairstylist. So I imagine he's never paid for a retwist in his life. Ty's always the one to do it. And Ty's very light-handed, but she do not give a fuck. He be getting on her nerves. So I don't know. I feel like she'd enjoy just like pushing his head to the side and being all rough with it. He's like, nigga, stay in place. And even knowing he's tender-headed. And y'all saw me attempt to do a little like Ty redesign over there. I don't like it. I'm going to just like redraw the whole thing since my style has kind of changed a little bit from when I first drew that. But then I thought about another character, Faye. She pops up like cameos kind of often, but I just know she'd be bugging TYREE about drawing her. Like, oh my gosh, draw me like one of your little French girls. And he'd just be like, I draw black people. And of course, Faye's just like, ugh, I know that. It's just like a form. This is like an expression. He's like, oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. Straight to her fucking face. Cause you know what? She actually probably wouldn't even mind drawing her. She thinks she's probably very beautiful to him. But asking every damn day, getting on his damn nerves. And everybody knows if you're an artist, people ask you to draw them all the time when you don't even feel like it, and it's just annoying. Like, please stop. If I wanted to draw you, I would. If I wanted to draw you, I would. And I actually kind of just like want to make a comic about it just a little bit, because CJ, one of my other characters that I don't talk about him much, but I did make an outfit design video on him. I feel TYREE would love to draw him. We'd be drawing him. There would be pages in his sketchbook dedicated to just CJ, and Faye would just look at them like, really? So you can draw this nigga a million times, but you can't draw me once? Yeah, she's a little entitled, but that's whatever. That's whatever. She's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so pretty. Why are you not trying to draw me instead? But the last little set of doodles is basically sibling shit, getting on each other's nerves. Anyway, y'all know Tanisha is a braider, and Child, she probably got braiding hair. Not even just a braider. She's a hairstylist in general, but they probably finding braiding hair all around the house. Not even just Ty finding braiding hair in places where you wouldn't expect it. And Tanisha accidentally pouring a cup of coffee, pouring a cup of coffee, and then accidentally the mugs being next to each other, and TYREE leaving his stuff, and specifically his paint water, on the counter, and she picks up the wrong one. And if you ever accidentally had to drink paint water, you know how it is. But oh my goodness, y'all, when I tell you that this is my actual first fully unscripted video, like, I just put the speed paints on here and started talking, and it's already 14 minutes long. Like, the speed paints themselves were like collectively 7 minutes. I had to extend them out just for this video. That's just how much I can talk. I can literally talk about these niggas forever. That's crazy. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want. That's an obligatory thing for most YouTubers to say. If you want to check out my art or OCs, I'm Yodo's Dreams on Instagram and most other social media platforms. I'm also on Patreon with 3 tiers. $1 gets you the first look at all my art, videos, lore, and your name at the end of this video. $3 gets you access to my whips, bonus art, and a little chibi at the end of this video. $6 gets everything previously mentioned, as well as access to all my NSFW artworks. And thank you so much to this month's patrons, Kyla, Layla, CJ, and Jayla.